I grew up in a home that I knew what love was, but my father ruled with an iron fist that created in me a feeling of rebellion and a lack of respect for authority. I don't really know what age it started to have an effect. I know it was early, but that followed me till I was 40 years old. The results of that was a pretty disastrous path. I started drugs at an early age. With drugs came, sex and skipping school and, all those things that we warn our children about. I consumed with a passion that led me to incarceration at the age of 19, and I was in prison until right before my 33rd birthday. Even though my father and my stepmom took me to church, and I did give my heart to the Lord at an early age, I didn't know what it meant to submit to Him, to follow Him. Those concepts didn't come to me until adulthood. And so I took on the convict mentality. It's just a whole nother way of life. And it destroys everything in its path. After I was released from prison, I thought that I would make different choices, but it didn't turn out that way. I had a close family member. The day I walked out of prison, I had a close family member put a meth pipe in front of my face, and it just started another 8-year downward spiral. But God's plan is perfect. Not only did He save me from death and every bad thing that can happen in a life like that, He had a plan all along. And when I hit rock bottom, I was in county jail again. I was on I was on 5 bonds. My next arrest, my 6th arrest, had me sitting in county for a while. And I begged the Lord back into my heart. I told Him that I couldn't do life without Him. I was able to start reaching out and making some connections, and the Lord blessed that. And I reached out to a buddy here in Florence, Brian Gray, that led me to the House of Hope. I contacted my probation officer. He told me I could come, and some Christian friends of mine from back home drove me up here on March 1st, 2021. They came to the House of Hope thinking that I was going to do the program my way, and I'm so thankful that I realized through the program, the leadership that they have here and the leadership they have at church, that my way is a disastrous path. And when I stopped blaming everybody else and accepted that I'm responsible for my choices, the Lord, He gave me a peace. And I was able to start making other different choices, choices that didn't have negative consequences, choices that actually the Lord seems to bless. And that led to good things in my life. I got married to the Lord brought me just an amazing wife. And Mr. White told me when I was in the program that the Lord answers your prayers, even the unspoken ones. And He gave me everything in my wife that I could have hoped, prayed, or dreamt for. And today we're celebrating our 2nd wedding anniversary. And we just celebrated the birth of our son on December 2nd. And so the Lord has given us a beautiful home. He's given me a wonderful family, a thriving career. And none of this I could have hoped for. The best I could hope for was to not die in prison or of a heroin overdose. That's even my mom. I couldn't hope but for more than that. And so when they say that the Lord's still creating miracles, when you look at my life, you truly see a miracle that isn't over yet. The Lord continues to work in my heart and in my life on a daily basis. You know, the best thing about my career is that He's put me in an environment where I get to minister to others. All Red Industries, we work with a lot of people that are in recovery. We get to witness to them about the Lord. We get to invite them to church and to the program we attend at church. We get to share what the Lord's done in our lives and offer these men and women a hope at living life differently than they have in the past. And like my brother was saying, there is nothing more rewarding than being able to witness to someone and see the effect that has in their heart and in their life, in their countenance, when they begin allowing the Lord to work. It's truly life-changing. When I came to the House of Hope, I was what they say, a homeless, helpless drug addict. I didn't have anywhere else to turn, and I couldn't even dream beyond what was in front of me. What it has done is it has completely changed the course of my life. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the House of Hope, but more so if it wasn't for the love that the leadership in the House of Hope shows to everyone who steps through their door. That love is what changed my life.